Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to block public website knowledge source in Copilot Studio agents. Previously, we have done this require user authentication settings. Now this time, we are going to use the knowledge source for agents. Let's get started. So I'm going to copilotstudio.microsoft.com, then choose our environment. In my case, agent test, AG test. Then it could be your dev environment or it could be your production, so it depends on your environment. So make sure like you got the correct environment and click new agent. So in this case, I'm just going to skip to configure. This is this one. I'm going to show you first to allow and then no block them. So this is DLP, data loss prevention, and public website block agent. Okay, or public website test agent. So allow only NHS public website and block other public site test agent. Okay, something like this. Now if we go to the knowledge source, then go to knowledge, then click public sites. So in this case, for example, https://nhs.uk. So just to make sure like this is a correct website. Yep, you can see that. Then go to create, then add agent, then add agent. So then create. So what you have done is basically you just name the agent name, then you give some description, then you added the knowledge source. So in the knowledge source, let's wait for a few more seconds to provision this. Now you can see the status is here it's showing as ready. Now if I go to the data policies, I don't have any policies here. Then go to create a new policy. So as I said like earlier, depends on our company, then you need to go with a different naming standard and to follow the naming standards. So today I'm going to show you another naming standard. In the previous video, I've shown you a different naming standard, and this one is another way of a naming standard. So DLP means data loss prevention, CPS means Copilot Studio, then global. So this is basically scope, then purpose, environment, and version. So in this case, scope, I've given you some example like global, local, or department wide. Then purpose, block public access, allow list, restrict web, something, and the environment is dev, test, prod, then version 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to use a block public web. I'm trying to give you the short name. KS means a knowledge source, and allow by exception. Then environment is a dev environment. So now go to the policy, then click next. So as you know, like we have the categories here, then by default everything is in non-business. Then choose your character is a public website, then move to business. So once you move to business, you also need one more connector to move to the business, which is a direct line. So how do I know this? I will show you later. Then move to business. Then this is this blockable? Yes. Is this configurable? Endpoint configurable? Yes. This is a click. By default, all websites are allowed. So now I'm going to make it as deny. So then click save. So I'm not giving any exception at this moment. Let's go with without exception for the policy setting. I know the naming standard. So this is environment. Then click add to policy. Next, create policy. As soon as you create the policy, it will instantly apply to here. Then if you click on last refresh, then you can see within no time then it's showing as blocked, because you are not, if you use the site here, for example BMI NHS England, so probably you'll get an error. One or more data one or more data sources are not allowed to use by your organization, preventing this policy, data loss prevention policy. Okay, so now if we go to the if we go back to the policy and now edit policy, click next. Now when you see this data is being fetched and some features are not available, I'll quickly show you. So here you can see this is grayed out now. So approximately this one will take 1 minute to fetch the data. So just wait for 1 minute. Yep, now you can see that banner is disappeared. Then you got this connector endpoints enabled. So because you selected by default, everything is endpoint is blocked. Now I'm going to create an add endpoint, and that endpoint is allow. Then https:// So this is a website that you want to allow. Then click save. Then click next, next, same environment. So you can see this is environment is added to the policy. Then update policy. So now go back to the policy here, then refresh. Now you can see the status is changed to ready. Now if I add a public site, add knowledge, then public site. So something called like https://gov.uk. Now what happens is basically it should show as blocked, because gov.uk is not in the list of the policy, therefore straight away it's showing as blocked. So I'm going to delete this site. Now refresh this, then ask the same question, BMI NHS England. So if this information is available in the source site, then it will provide. If it is there in the subdomain, it might not display the result correctly. Yep. So it's able to navigate to the subdomains also. In case if there's any problem in future, then use those wildcard characters. So for example, https://star.nhs.uk, or if you have any sub pages, then /star, like this. Okay, in the field in the policy here. So now if I use a different website, so add public site, you have seen that now add public website, https://star.nhs.uk star. In case if there are any subdomains like support.nhs.uk or something like that, so that is going to be helpful to you. Unfortunately, Azure is not instantaneous, so you may have to wait to fetch the data. So now that banner has been disappeared. So in the knowledge source, you added like this, but in the policy, you don't have subdomains added here. So click the add endpoint, then allow, and that is https://star.nhs.uk/star. Then save. Remember, in the policies you got like 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you type, for example, NHS UK, and if it is find here, then it will stop. If you find the information here, it will stop. It won't go to the next one. So if it can't find it here, and if it can't find it here, then the final action is a block for everything. So that is how the rules validation will work, the order wise. And click next, 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 update policy. Now, if I refresh now, yep, you can see now it is showing as ready status. So now you can see overeating can be caused by various factors, including genetic influences, psychological factors, environment factors, biological factors, and various factors. So you can see that information. So this is how you can use the data loss prevention policies for block every public website and allow by exception. So name the websites as much as, like, name the policies as much as descriptive as possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.